My name is Suzanne Barnes and I live at 9 Giles Street on the west side of Binghamton, New York. Well, a lot had to do with my daughter, who is an architect, and her house is completely off-grid. So she said, "Mom, you've got the perfect roof. It faces in the right direction and it's got a nice pitch to it, and also you've got no trees there, and yes, you can get," and a friend also added, "Oh, you can still get solar energy even on an overcast day." Just had to go with it. For me, it was a no-brainer. The funding was excellent with the NYSERDA grant, and then the federal and state rebates on it. That's brought the cost way down. There's no movable parts to this. There's no chemicals. There's no paying for or drawing things out of the earth and polluting. You're taking something that's coming to us every day of the year and making use of it, and I can't beat that. Well, I needed to get 1 year's utility bills together in order to see how many kilowatt hours I used of electric power. And then that's when I contacted ETM, and this is what they told me to do. And then Wendy came over and she just said, "This is perfect." So Wendy went ahead and explained it. And when she finished her explanation, she more or less thought, "Well, I'll give you a couple days to think of it." And I said, "No, we're going ahead with it." So she came back with the estimate and with the NYSERDA monies into it. And I signed and paid, and then waited for all the paperwork to come through. And they did everything. First of all, there's no interruption in service. None whatsoever, but when I go down and check the meter, I find that I have generated a whole day's energy, electric energy, from the sun, even on an overcast day, even when it rained. It comes in from outside to here, and this is the inverter that exchanges the DC current from the cells to AC current from my house, and then it shows up here on the meter. You can see it running, and then on the output here, I find out how many kilowatts that I get per day, and this just tells me that the inverter is working and everything's fine. Oh, if they don't, this is a no-brainer. As I said, there's no trucks running up and down my road, so there's no problem with dust. There's no problem with infrastructure problems. There's no chemicals. It's good for 20 years, and if I live 20 years, great. You know, it's also a very positive thing with respect to if I don't, or if I decide to move. It's valuable for the next person moving into the house. The roof, very, very little disruption to the roof surface per se. Why wouldn't you want to do that?